Hiya, I'm that James Wisdom, and today I'm going to be unboxing DC's FunkoVerse. Okay, so hello everybody. Today I am doing an unboxing of the DC FunkoVerse board game, or miniatures strategy game, I guess is what it really is. I got this for my birthday. It's supposed to be quite good from what I've seen. It looks kind of fun. You can see they've got this nice box with a kind of window to advertise the pops in there. You can actually see some of the stuff that's in the box through that window. The box is nice, good quality. Made by Funko, obviously. It's Funko Pops. They're the company that make these pop minis. This is the DC version. You get to play as Batman or Batgirl, the Joker or Harley Quinn, or one person can play as both the good guys or both the bad guys. And there's different, from what I understand, different kind of types of game mode that you can play through this. But without further ado, let's get the box open and have a look what's inside. So, on the back of the box here, just grab your knife and slice it in through each of these tabs. I think there are 4 of these. Yep, one for each side of the box. Like so. There we go. And then, let's see what's actually in the box. Sliding that open. There we go. Lovely. Okay, so there's not a huge amount in here in this tray on top. First of all, well, let's start with the pops because they're the most interesting thing. I'm going to pop the pops out. Oh, they're well secured in there. Yeah, looking good. So there's the Joker pop. A little bit of a mark. This is kind of common on these pops. They're good, but they can often get kind of scuffed. The paint comes off in storage. They also have these little hands which look like they can hold something. Whoops. Oh, there you go. So you've got a couple of items in this bag that they can hold. So there's Harley Quinn's mallet there and a batarang, which I guess different characters can hold depending on what items they are. Let's get these out one at a time. So there's Joker. Here's Harley Quinn. I do love Harley Quinn. She's pretty great. This is my favourite costume of her, the animated series version of Harley Quinn. Good fun. And then Batman, very blue Batman, which is kind of cool. This is more like the Adam West style colours, the blue and grey. It's not Adam West Batman because they have the eyebrows, but yeah, it's kind of neat and looks good. And you've got a little hole in the bottom there. I think that's for bases, so we'll have a look at those in a second. I'll set them all up properly. And then lastly, but certainly not leastly, the Batgirl. Now this is a really nice Batgirl with her purple and yellow costume. Again, peg hole in the bottom there. Cape is 2 colours, which is nice. It's quite a good quality kind of mini. And I like these kind of, in terms of size, they're quite good. If I just turn around actually and grab one of the pops from behind me, I can give you a comparison. So this is Green Arrow in the full pop size here. If you compare that to, well, let's just do Batgirl again. So that's the size comparison between those two. You know, it's kind of halfway size there because they do other mini pops like this one here, which is Aquaman. So I've got, you know, these 3 different sizes, and these are kind of a middle-sized pops. They're quite good. They might be bigger than you would be expecting if you just saw this as an advertised game. The pack of accessories here, let's pour those out. Let's put those down there. So you've got the mallet here, Harley Quinn's mallet, which just slips in the hand there. That works well. And the leg kind of stops it from going in too far, which is nice. And I presume anyone can hold this. So if I wanted to give it to Batman, yeah, that can just go in there. And it's okay, right? It's not too bad going in there. So that's good. And just to make it easier to play, you've got the bases as well. Now I would assume that the light coloured bases here are for our heroes. And they just pop in these mini peg holes. These are often quite tough to push in to start with, so you might find it needs a bit of levering, or it might just not go in all the way. But that serves as a base, makes it much harder to knock that over than this, which, you know, basically falls over immediately anyway. So popping the base on there is going to make this much easier. Yeah, and that one sits on the base a little nicer than the Batman one did. Let's pull out these. Right, so these are some cardboard pieces, which, from what I remember, having seen a gameplay video of this, are kind of markers and tokens for different things. I'm just going to shift the box out of the way so we can kind of see what all of those are. So you've got different henchmen and policemen tiles that presumably go on the board. You've got no action tiles here, and then you've got these red tokens. You've got these sort of Sonic the Hedgehog style tokens. I think these are objectives, if I remember. And then if they're black side up, the heroes, the villains have taken the objectives, and then the white side up is the heroes. I think that would make sense because that then matches henchmen and police officers. So A and B, which I guess is objective tokens, A, B, D, and there's presumably a C in here somewhere. Yes, A, B, and C. Oh, and there you go. They've got different backs. That's all it is. So that might be for one specific game type. I think that's also an objective marker, but I'm not really sure. And there's a third objective marker there. That's what I thought. There were 3 objectives in one of the gameplay walkthroughs I saw. These are Joker gifts. They're like one of his abilities on his card. I think he lays them like landmines, basically. So you got some of those for Joker. You got the little cogs. You got the little triangle things, and you got the little Sonic the Hedgehog things. There's only 2 of the Sonic the Hedgehog things by the looks of it. All right, so there's a hero objective thing and I bet these are starting tiles. I bet that's what they are. And again, good side, bad side. There's only 2 Sonic the Hedgehog things, but there are 3 of everything else by the looks of it. So I don't know what that means to gameplay, but that's the tokens that are there. Let's grab out the dice. Now the dice are specialist dice. They're not just painted either. They are actually kind of engraved or embossed, I guess you would call it, with these little attack symbols, defense symbols, and I don't know what that means. Action symbols, maybe. I think all the dice are the same by the looks of it. Yeah, they are. They're all exactly the same, those dice. And then finally, in the actual insert tray, we have these crystal pieces. Now, I don't know what these are, but these are really cool looking pieces. There you go, because you know, you can really see those if you look at them. Like, they're plastic, but they've got lots of different facets to them. Yeah, and they're really nice. They're actually really nice pieces. Again, I have no idea what they are, having not played the game yet, but they are very, very cool. So yeah, that's all the pieces in the insert. Let's take the insert out now, and that gives us our playing boards and the instructions. So weirdly, the instructions are in the bottom here. Now you see the size of this rule book here. Now this rule book is, I guess, a standard size. They do slightly smaller versions of these games. And expansions. So there's also a Robin and Catwoman kind of expansion for this. So you can play as Robin and Catwoman as well in this game. But they also do a Rick and Morty game and Harry Potter as well. And the Rick and Morty one is only 2 characters. Whereas the Harry Potter one, again, I think is a 4-character version and then a 2-character expansion as well. So this is the rules. If you've seen one of my other videos doing this, I'm not going to go through the rules in detail here, but I'll just quickly flick through so you can see the design of the rule book, the layout. From what I understand, this is a relatively straightforward game to play. I'd imagine this works quite well as a kid's game. It says ages 10 plus, so a good game for young teens. And kind of slightly older children, I guess. More boards, and these are going to be the player boards here. These are the markers for events. So basically, I think things cost a different amount. So if you play something that costs 4, every turn this gets closer to coming back to you, and you getting that ability to use that resource again. I think that's how it works. You've got 1 for each team, a good guy one and a bad guy one. Nicely printed on the back. It's nice to see some of that kind of stuff on there as well. But that's some of the player boards there. We've got the actual... I think these are... Oh, so here we are. So these are the actual game modes you can play and recommended setups. So this is leaders and then flags. So you've got starting areas, and it's basically a capture the flag, that one. Control, territory. So there's 4 different game modes in this one. These are the player cards. So these are for each of your player characters. Oh, missed one. There's a little one in here. So it looks like there's 2 different versions of this. Oh, so these are status cards and item cards. There we go. So this is an item. This is an item, which is the Batarang and the Mallet. So that's nice. They give you physical items to go with the cards rather than you just having them next to your player character. That's really neat. I like that a lot, actually. And then those are some abilities specifically for Batgirl that I guess you can use multiple times, but only twice throughout a game. You have Henchman. So there's a Henchman card here and a Police Officer's card here. Just give the information about those 2 character types. Let's just try and push these so they're not right at the bottom of the screen for you all. And then you've got the Joker with his moves. So he's got a mystery box, bang, and the joy buzzer, which do different things. So challenge 3, whatever that means, the target must be standing. Okay, and then so you can see the different things that these are going to require. So the grapple swing requires the Sonic the Hedgehog piece. I think they all have an attack that requires one of these, except for Batgirl, have these like red plectrum style pieces. That one requires 2, that one requires 2, and that one requires 1. And then you got the little gears or the cogs as well. So that's all the actual cards and things. And then finally, let's do the player board. So I'll get the box out the way entirely. And then let's open this out. Alright, looking good. Looking good. Now, I've not seen this side of the board before. I'm just going to kind of shove everything out the way so we can see the board, physical size. So it's not too big a board, big enough, but not too huge. And that's what it looks like one side. I really like this side, actually. It's really kind of crazy, and you've got these very specific locations on the board. Well, each one here, so you can see these have got these blue walls around. I'm guessing that means you just can't travel past anything that's got this blue wall around it. So you can't travel through this, you'd have to go around it. Can't travel through this, you'd have to go around it. Same here, you get the idea. But you can go inside these buildings here. Oh, look, it's got like a classic Batmobile style thing in there. Bumper cars, that's cute, I like that. And then that's that side, and then the other side, let's see the full thing. So there's a jeweler's, what looks like a graveyard or something like that. An office building or police station is usually where the bat signal would be, so maybe it's that. And then a bank here as well with all these lasers in the safe. That's fun. So that's everything that's in the box. The minis, I think, are the main kind of draw for this. The main exciting thing that you will see. So that's the whole game. That's all the pieces out. It's an unboxing of it so you can see everything that is in the box that you are buying, that you get. Obviously, I haven't gone through the rules of the game here. I will try to do that in a separate video where I actually go through the rule book. This one is particularly complicated because there's 4 different game types, but basically it is heroes versus villains. It's only ever 2 teams trying to do anything. But that's it. I hope you enjoyed this unboxing. If you did, please like and subscribe. All of that YouTubey nonsense. Keep smiling. Thank you very kindly. And come back again to see another one. Feels very satisfying moving these big old kind of pieces around. I can imagine just going... Da, 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 da. It's not the kind of thing where you go, oh, that's 4 spaces. I'll just go from here to here. And then just do that. It's for the kind of thing you're going to want to go. Because it feels like... It feels very kind of playful. It's very enjoyable to move those. Very satisfying.